Hey guys, Rene from Bargain Hunter Thrift here, and it's another Monday Fan Day. I forgot what we call it, but it's Monday Fan Day, Storage Wars into action, answering your question with Team Bargain Hunter Thrift Store. Actually, the whole team is sick. We weren't even going to do this episode today, but I got Tatiana in the back, my cameraman.
Hello.
Hello, she sounds sick too. We got her tripod, so the picture should be very steady. We're running on a nice tripod. We got an Osmo 2 that keeps us steady also, and then she can control it better. And then we have Casey. She's in the living room. She's sick. So we'll try to do these question days every Monday, but sometimes we have to film and stuff. So if we skip 1 week, you'll see us the following week. I wrote down some comments and questions that you guys sent us, and it's overwhelming. Last week we shot this, and do you remember how many users we almost had on there? Subscribers?
5.
14,000 smarty pants.
Cool.
How many do you think we have now? Just under
18,000.
15,000. Picked up 1,000 subscribers in a week. That's really good. I wish 3,000. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's like, as long as the people enjoy it and stuff. So, and the timer's running, right?
No.
No?
No.
Are you messing with me again?
Yes.
Stop it. I'd hate to do this twice because I'm sick too, so, and we can't skip the first week when it's just episode number 2. So, yeah, you guys been awesome. I mean, we got all the questions that you guys send us on the different videos. And even if you guys don't see us reply, trust us, we read them all. So we really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. You make what this channel just keeps on growing and growing. You make the show keep on going and going. And we just love you guys. Thank you for all that. And if you ask questions and we don't answer them in the videos, I'll try to get to a lot of them. But just go ahead and ask it again, and don't be afraid to say second time asking, third time asking, fourth time asking. So I'm not offended by that, and if I see the higher number, don't BS though, then I'll definitely try to get to it. We have a few comments that I think we should address. This very first one, Nobody is home wrote, Rene, you're my favorite from Storage Wars. What do you think about that, Nana?
I think that's cool. Good comment.
Good. I thought you were going to cut me. Good job.
But, there's always a but. If they would have added that I was also their favorite, because I've been on there about
2 times? 3 times?
4.
Actually, the episode that you did together is one of my favorite episodes, I'm going to have to admit.
Which one?
The one where you bought the locker and you were being a little bit of a smarty pants.
Oh, the one where you pushed me in the locker and with a wheelchair?
Yeah, that never made it on camera, though.
It was really...
That's going to be one day in the behind-the-scenes DVD cut. Short Step 1 wrote, shout out from Northern Ontario, Canada, where the mosquitoes are so big they screw the ducks. Well, you know what? I always wanted to go to Canada, but if you have mosquitoes that big, I don't know, that kind of puts it away. I didn't know they had mosquitoes that big in Canada. Maybe you guys can tell us or send us some pictures or tell us how big the mosquitoes get. I thought it was cold weather, there's no mosquitoes, but guess we're wrong. Barry Weinreit wrote, make a video of all the records that you found also, along with the other stuff that you found in that unit. Okay, so that's messed up spelling, that's not my reading. Don't adjust that stuff, Nana. Just any adjustment, just adjust it in Osmo, if you want to. We will do videos on just the records, so what we'll do, we'll probably do the videos as we price them, and then we'll show some of that stuff. I mean, literally, we have so much stuff, it's going to take us a couple years just to go through all this stuff, and at the same time, we're still buying storage units, we're buying regular merchandise, but now we got this collector stuff that we just keep on adding to the store as we need it. Google's 1515 wrote, I watched you and your wife on Storage Wars since you first came on the scene. I recently came across your channel here, and I'm so glad I did. I love watching you guys, and now I'm a subscriber. Love from Canada. Thank you, Google's 1515. We love you too. I'm glad you enjoyed the channel, and thank you for all that Canadian love, guys. North of the border, you guys are awesome. These are just some comments I'm reading. There's going to be some questions later. To be honest, we've been sick all week long, as you see. Casey's still sick. You can hear Tatiana's under the weather. I kind of just threw this together last minute. I wasn't going to do it this Monday, but I felt bad because we said it's going to be a Monday thing, so it's kind of bad if you skip the second episode. Unprofessional, right, Nana?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get up and you gotta work through it, right? Mm-hmm. No matter what it takes. Casey says hi, screaming and yelling and coughing. Okay, this is the sick channel. Don John wrote, I would think the owners of them places just go in the dead of the night and check out for the best stuff. You know what? You're kind of right sometimes. There is smaller facilities where the managers and the owners are crooked. And they go through the stuff, and they steal some of the good stuff, or they know what the best stuff is and have their friends buy them. But there's also a lot of places that are totally straight up and you buy killer stuff. So that kind of where the experience comes in your area. If you go to a facility and you bought lockers 2-3 times, and every time you score and you find gold or you find really good stuff that you think somebody might take, then those are the facilities where you want to spend extra money for units. There's certain facilities down here in San Diego, I know there's never ever going to be any jewelry in there or, you know, like really high-end stuff because we know the managers are crooked as hell. So, but those facilities, you basically only bid on what you see. The facilities you know that are straight up honest, you pay extra. And that was Don John who wrote that. Scott Borrego wrote, "Hi Rene, how do you handle insurance on your stuff in storage units? What companies do you use? Is it expensive? We also have several storage units, considering insuring them." We don't insure this stuff in our storage units. We have a general liability insurance that covers up to $50,000 worth of merchandise. But in a second-hand business, because you don't have receipts for every single item, it's really hard to prove what stuff is worth. So, like, our cost of insurance would be a lot more than if we just, you know, we just kind of take the risk ourselves. And the merchandise changes pretty much all the time, so insurance for us is almost impossible. Thomas Glazer Jr. wrote, "Can't help but enjoyed the 12 cents comics." Well, that's good, Thomas. I'm really glad you enjoyed them, and there's going to be a lot more coming. There was a picture. Retro Papa Fam. "You should really think in buying a warehouse instead of renting storage units." Actually, that's wrong. We used to do that. We used to have a huge warehouse that was like almost 3,000 square feet, and we had it packed. It was actually one of the shows of Storage Wars at one time. And what happens with a warehouse, you kind of start packing it, and then you can't get to the end anymore. You can't get to the side, so it's just overloaded. Where with a specific storage unit, and I'm paying rent for it if it's full or if it's empty. Where with a storage unit, I can say, okay, this unit just fill it up with t-shirts. This unit fill it up with records. This unit fill it up with toys. And when I want to get to something, I know exactly, okay, that's in B17, that's in B19, and I can get to it. Also, if I sell all my stuff, and let's say I sell all the records, I sell all the Star Wars, and those units are empty, well, I can't just take them off. Or with a warehouse, it could be 20% filled, which we had at times too, but you're still paying 100% of the cost. So in the long run, as long as you move your merchandise and you sell all the time, it's better just to have storage units and then you work on these different type of units. And then, you know, warehouse comes with all kinds of different costs. And, you know, with a warehouse, then you have fire marshal controls. How high is this stuff stacked? Is it stacked properly? Is it bolted on? What's your exit weight? I mean, there's just so much pain in the butt. Where with a storage unit, you can cram it top to bottom. Nobody cares. So, yeah. So if you guys have a lot of stuff, I would recommend... just for the storage aspect of itself, I would go ahead and get storage units. And warehouse is more like a working type of space that you have stuff moving in and out. And then I guess have it stored once you have it on eBay. And that came from Retro Papa Fam. Next one, Subfora. Congrats on the amount of subs you have. I was one of the first. Thank you. So by the time this video comes out, we should just hit about 15,000 subs. And thank you for being one of our first subscribers. You know, we try to be interactive with everybody. We can't remember everybody. I'm sorry, there's just so many people these days. So I get a lot of emails every day, people asking for favors or phone numbers or mention them or jobs or just general questions. So that's why we kind of do these videos where we try to answer questions, give feedback. We try to be as interactive as possible. We like to think we're the most interactive for a lot of reality television people. And that is mainly because we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all the support you give us, not only on the TV show, but also in our business and just in general, you know, on YouTube. Tatiana, you're way too quiet. What are you doing? Are you playing with slime? Yeah. Did you hear what Sub4 just said? He said he congratulated on our subscribers, 15,000.
Yeah, it sounded, when you said subs, it sounded like sandwiches or something.
Sandwiches? You know, we should do like a little weekly show for you on YouTube.
Okay.
Put it on our channel. So you need to think of something. Collectibles in a kid's point of view. Okay. How to break it with Tatiana.
How to make slime.
How to make slime? Well, how many episodes are we going to do that?
Well, actually, if you just type in slime, there's millions of...
Well, we could do every week a different one. How to do green slime, how to do purple slime, how to do blue slime, how to do yellow slime, how to do purple slime.
It's all going to be blue then, because I like blue. Like this blue slime.
Okay. Bug Puppy wrote, how did you get started? So, my parents, sorry guys, I'm sweating. I just took a shower and I seem to say that in every video these days. But we're still under the weather, so I feel a little dizzy right now, so I'm sweating. Anyway, so you wanted to know how did we get started? So my parents been buying and selling their whole lives, even when they had companies in Germany. When I grew up, we had a publishing company, and at the same time, I started buying and selling casino chips. And my mom was really into Beanie Babies. Worst investment ever. We actually remember that when she was collecting Beanie Babies, I probably bought about 2,000 McDonald's Happy Meals. No, guys, there's no fat jokes in that, okay? That was just for the Beanie Babies. And we used to get Happy Meals without the drinks, and we used to take the food to the homeless, and we collected Beanie Babies for her collection and business inventory.
Didn't she collect Hummels also?
Yeah, she collected Hummels in Germany.
Broke one and...
Yeah, I broke one as a kid. I almost got killed in Germany. I probably was about your age, a little bit younger.
Was it a rare one?
I don't know, but I almost got killed. I almost got thrown out of a second-story apartment in Frankfurt. It was not a good experience. So we've been buying and selling. We've been on eBay in the early days. And then that kind of escalated. I left the computer journal and went over to casino chips exclusively. And then eBay was just totally blowing up. And we went to the swap meets in Las Vegas part because every weekend just making money, trying to turn our money. Before that, we used to sell them a swap meet. And then it just got bigger. Then we bought our very first storage units when me and Casey got married. And that was a super score. So, no, you weren't born yet. That was before. We went to mommy was pregnant. So you were alive in her tummy. But you weren't born yet. So it was telecom equipment. We paid $800. Everybody made fun of us like they dropped it on us. And we made a lot of money. So that was really good. So ever since then, that's what we've been doing.
Then we had Angel's Thrift Store.
We had Angel's Thrift, so we closed. It was too small. So that store was only 900 square feet. If you guys open up a store, don't do it small because you think it's safer. Do it big because it's much easier. Plus, you can afford more employees, and you don't have to be all the time there. If you do 1,000 square feet store, you're kind of buying yourself like a spot to be all week. How many minutes has it been running, Rene?
It has been running for 12 minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay, we don't want to make this too long this time.
8.
Okay, so Rod Pashinsky, I'm sure I messed it up. I'm sorry, Rod. Yous are great. To hell with the haters, right? Yous, isn't that like a Jersey thing? Yous, give me a sandwich over here. Is that how you say it? Something like that? You don't know. You've never been to Jersey. But yeah, screw the haters. I mean, I point them out sometimes, and it's like when somebody says something really stupid, like I want to challenge them on it and argue about it, and I was always into debating and stuff like this, and I know I just try to prove them wrong, I guess. Which is stupid, because haters you can never make happy. They just find their own little happiness in being negative or trying to put somebody down or just saying it's impossible. But at the same time, I want to argue the point for all the people that do have dreams and people that want to make it happen. And that I really like on that edge of that inspiration, that my comments maybe make a difference in their life. And if I can make a difference in one person's life, then it's all worth it to us. So that's really important to us. But yeah, screw the haters. Mr. GoBlue8687 wrote, "Great job, Rene. I'm glad to see that you're going to try to max your profits on the hoarder house. How do you determine when you want to take a long time maximizing out a unit or quick sell it off for decent profit? I'm sure your carrying costs and labor can add up really fast when you're taking 1 to 2 years to sell it off." It basically comes down to, if it's just average household stuff or even low-end collectibles, we basically want to get it on a truck, get it to the store, price it, and put it on a shelf so it's ready to sell. When I find really rare stuff, like I just got back from CGC, my first Amazing Fantasy, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man number 15. That's such a high-end item that's just going to go up in value most likely. I mean, anything can happen, but most likely it's going to go up in value. So I'm in no rush to sell that. I don't mind holding it. I like having my investments, my money be diversified between, cash and cryptocurrency and gold and all the different things, and including different collectibles and arts. And some of it will go up, some of it will go down, but the more diversified you are, the better. So on those items, I ask top dollar, and I don't care if they sell fast or not. It's not like I'm going to find more Amazing Fantasy 15s tomorrow or not. So I'm in no rush with those. What are you doing? Are you adjusting your camera?
Yes.
Oh, so pretty?
Yes.
Thank you. There's a comment coming up for Tatiana, too.
Really?
Yeah. Why do you get so excited?
I don't know.
You're funny. So that's hopefully that answered your questions, but the more common it is, the faster we want to sell it. Like, I don't want to store clothing or none of that stuff. High-end stuff, I'm in no rush. Like with our record collections, I mean, I could put them all out at 99 cents each and it would sell like crazy. But this collection has so much high-end stuff. We're actually going to go through price each record individually. And they're going to start from $3 to probably $40-$50. So that I want to get maxed out on. Tim Fenrick wrote, will the sheer volume of goods have a negative impact on the market in general? Just a question. Great content. Love you all, Tim. Thank you, Tim. We love you too. No, this will not have a negative impact. And for the simple fact, we only found one Amazing Fantasy. We found one X-Men. We didn't find nothing in quantity. Now, if I would have found X-Men #1, 100 copies, all like rating out an 8.0 or higher, then yes, that would lower the value of the market because of the high-end stuff. You know, we used to be in the casino chip business, and that was a very fragile hobby. And if there's 6 or 7 chips out, the chip would be worse, you know, 6,000, 5,000 if it's a good Vegas casino. As soon as there are 30 chips out, it'll be worth 500 to 1,000. If there's 100 chips out, it'd be a $25 chip. We found one time, me and my friend Steve Cutler, we found this chip Bonanza Club, and we found them by the boxes. And the $25 chip at the time was going for like $600, and the $5 chip, I think, for $400 or $500. Beautiful 1950s chips, all nice art inlay. What we did, we told everybody, like, look, we got 3 boxes of each. I think that's what it was, 2 or 3 boxes. I can't remember. This is like 15 years ago. And so we said we had 2 or 3 boxes of each. There's probably a box worth that's crap, broken. Just 2 chips, so probably 2 boxes of each good. And I think what we ended up doing was like $25 for 5 and $35 for 25, which was really cheap. Most collectors didn't have them and it sold fast, but that really killed that chip on the rare market. And that was a North Las Vegas casino that wasn't as popular, but the chip was probably one of the most beautiful chips I've ever found in quantity.
And my daddy has made a book about chips that I have.
I did write a book called The Chip Star, which was a price guide for limited edition casino chips. And to this day, I believe that's still the only price guide ever issued for limited edition chips. But the problem, that hobby was too small. You know, that's a good example too. When a community is too negative in the hobby because they're scared of growth because stuff goes up, it's really bad for the hobby because eventually your stuff will be worthless. And that's what happened with casino chip collecting. The chips are like, last time I checked, they're worth like 10% of what they used to be. And people were just so negative all the time, always attacking outsiders. And unfortunately, most of the collectors were old and they were dying off, and all these collections were coming out and there was nobody there to buy them. So, you know, that's why it's really important. If you guys in the hobby, keep it positive because you just kill everything off eventually. But anyway, still had a good time. I learned a lot. But definitely glad I didn't leave my investment in that money. I pretty much cashed everything out when I met Casey, which was a good move. Craig Armstrong, Ron, just wanted to know what you collect, if anything. I used to collect all kinds of stuff. I just like neat things. Casey collects a lot of stuff. Jewelry. Purses. Crystal. Clothes. Anything nice, basically. I keep stuff like, you know, we have really high-end art and like with these comic books, like I wouldn't keep 30 copies of comics that are worth $200-$300 a piece. But if I do want to keep something, I would keep an Amazing Fantasy 15 or X-Men 1. I would keep, like, I decided a long time ago, when I collect something, I want to collect the top 5 to 10% in good condition, as good as possible. Like the high-end stuff, the stuff that if I pull out and I want to sell it, and I just have to put a message out there, I get 30 people trying to buy it. That's the stuff I want to collect, because same thing with me. If you call me with 20 really high-end comic books, I'll make you a really good offer. You call me with a 5,000 book collection, that's just average stuff, I'm going to try to steal it because it's just hard to sell. Besides that, now in my older life, I'm collecting stuff that I consider assets. Not yet, but soon real estate. You know, we want to buy a storage facility, you want to start out with that. We have a lot of cryptocurrency, so I consider that collecting because we invest in different things and we just hold it for the long term. Stocks, silver, gold, things like that. So, you know, I switched my mindset that if I collect something, man, that stuff is collectible too. So it just depends how you have to think about it. And so basically high value items. Other than that, don't really collect anything. I got a really cool Star Wars collection going, but I sold that last year, which was all figured cards. You know, if I pick some up, I keep them, but I'm not like married to anything anymore. To be honest, I get so much stuff, I'm getting tired of stuff. But that's it. So, collect memories. You know, it sounds silly, but...
Actually use. I don't collect anything.
No. The jury says nay, nay. Casey said she only collects stuff that she actually uses. We say nay.
What's the question about me?
We'll see. There's a comment about you.
Comment.
Relic Picker. Amen, brother. You're the only guy breaking down the actual cost of processing this high. This is high. Of course, I mean, people would think you buy something for 20, sell it for 40, you make $20. No. You buy something for 20 and you flip it fast, you're lucky if you make 10. So, because there's costs involved. That's why when people call me with collections, I'm like, if it's really good, I need to double my money if it's good high demand items. If it's not high demand items, or it has a lot of common stuff, I need to 3, 4, 5 times more money. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Because I'm paying rent every month, all the utilities, the workers, the moving it, shelf space. Shelf space is valuable. And I got people literally calling me every day trying to sell me stuff. So, people call me stuff, hey, it's worth $10,000, I'll sell it to you for $8,000, I'll let you make $2,000. I'm like, that's okay, you just go ahead and make the extra $2,000. Most people don't really realize that. Junior Sulijic. I'm sorry, I probably mispronounced that too. Sulijic. He says, can make a video of the rare and most expensive comics. We will have videos coming when stuff comes back from CGC. I got 2 comics back already. I'm probably going to do that one with a few other comics that we bag and board. Craig Roberts wrote, help! How are you so motivated? I can't seem to make myself get up and do it. I have a small store, about 1,500 square feet, never open, but filled with random stock from other storage lockers, buyouts, and so on. Some of my lack of motivation is the customer base of my little Maine town. It's mostly poor and even less motivated than myself. For what I do, cash flow's fine. It's just how do you keep going when you have hit enough money to live on? Will you give me a bottle of water?
Yes.
Well, Casey's yelling God, so yeah, God definitely helps. Casey says God fills you with spirit, which gives you joy, but from a business point of view, if you want to take God out of it, but
God isn't everything.
God isn't everything. You're right, but you have to be motivated, and it's kind of that hunger that you have. For me personally, I grew up in Germany, extremely wealthy at one point in my life. 3-day vacation, $50,000. We came to America and we lost everything. Went completely broke for like 2-3 years of my life. I was picking in the trash, finding stuff to sell on the weekend, and crappy cars. Me and my dad talked the other day about the station wagon we have. I don't know if that car was worth $200 or $300, but my dad loved it. He loved station wagons, but I wouldn't buy that car for $200. So I've seen both extremes of life. Very luxurious life, very poor life. Now I also seen celebrity life, which is okay, and business life, family life. The thing that really keeps me going, I never want my family to go through being poor. I never want my daughter having to pick in the trash. I never want to, I don't know, I guess I always have that fear of losing everything. So that's why I basically work really, really hard every day, because I know what it's like to have nothing. And you know what? It's really funny, because some of the best times in my life, thank you, sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Some of the best times in my life were probably when I had nothing, because it's hard to say. I mean, without sounding I have too many haters making fun, but it's like if you don't eat and you're starving and you taste food for the first time again, it tastes the richest and it tastes the best, it tastes the most satisfying. So that part is really cool. But the thing that keeps me going basically is my family, and I want to be on top, and I want to do good, and I never, like you said, when I have enough to pay my bills, is that what you work for? Is that what your life is about, to have enough to pay the bills, enough to pay the men? I don't. My goal is I want to own a storage facility, and when I have a storage facility, then my goals are not done. When I have one storage facility, then I want to get that to top performance. Like we always say, when we buy one, we want to buy one that expands. We're going to expand the storage facility, and once I have that, then I want to buy a second facility, then a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and I want to have a whole portfolio. And one day when I pass away, that portfolio goes to my daughter, and build a legacy for the family and just keep on growing. So I guess basically what you have to do, the reason you're not motivated is maybe because you just don't, you set your bar too low. It's like, I pay my bills. What good is that? I mean, paying the bills is good. But having extra money and building bigger dreams, even if it's going to Hawaii or buying yourself a new big screen TV, start setting your bills, your bar a little bit higher. and then just keep on going for it. And don't use that as an excuse that, your buyers are unmotivated. Well, find new buyers. That's why we're in California. That's why I don't live in Ohio for an $80,000 house, because the economy here is better. Don't make excuses. Don't let people put you in boxes, or find reason why you cannot do something, because everything is possible everywhere.
I like this comment. It gave me an idea for a channel.
Okay, good. We'll talk about it off camera. So, all right, Greg, I hope that helps. If not, send me a follow-up question. Sorry, I kind of get too deep a little bit here.
Do you need the time?
No, it's fine. We only got like 5 more questions. What are we, 20 minutes already?
25, 36.
Okay, so so, and I hope this is not boring to you guys, but this is keeping it real. This is, you guys ask questions, you get the answer, unscripted reality. Hey guys, Ryan Rage wrote, hey guys, just curious, with all the stuff you come across, do you have a holy grail find? Also, do you collect anything? Answered the collection part a minute ago. A holy grail find. We bought a $100 unit in Las Vegas, which is an artist, painting from an artist called Sergei Kolesnikov. And we sold that for $50,000, so that's probably the holy grail find.
We also have a true holy grail find. Tell about the Bible, the old Bible that we have.
Oh yeah, we bought it at a moving sale. We bought a storage unit, and we found a Bible from 1736, a Dutch Bible. So we kept that. We still have that. It's worth about $3,000 to $5,000. Unfortunately, it's in Dutch. If it was in English, it'll be like 10 times that much. But we like it because it's cool. It's a huge family Bible with all kinds of metal and leather. Looks like something from Robin Hood. And then I bought the units from the guy who was the CEO of the SS United States lines. And there was some really rare collectibles in there, all from shipping related. That was pretty fun. Hanchel Morden. My God, 31 minutes in, he says landfill. I'm so glad it did not get trashed. Now the cute camera girl can go to college and be our first female president.
That's my friend's job at school. She says that she's going to become president, and everyone says that they're going to vote for her.
Well, you can be president too. Anybody can achieve anything. That's why America is so beautiful. Even though the last few years in America, people really hating each other, it kind of got a little bit nasty, which I hope it changes. When the election was going on and stuff, you guys see us, we don't get very political ever, because when it comes to politics in America, unfortunately, you can never ever say the right thing. You always get hated on.
It just said 20 minutes.
Okay. That's good?
Yeah.
It's still ready?
Yeah.
So the timer's ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have this funny little thing about much of the video where Fluffy and a couple other fellas I know might hit up a buffet. So we'll see. I don't know. Might be stupid. Might be funny.
And then after it, you guys have to run a mile.
We're not. I don't think Fluffy will ever run a mile.
You know those games that they have at parties where you you go on a gate and you tie a donut on the pole, and we should have it like really high where you guys have to jump and eat it.
How much do you like her? It's like, with that kind of attitude, that kind of fat jokes, I don't think you're gonna make president. You might not make 12. All right, last question. James Beach. Hello from England. I really enjoy watching your videos. Such interesting stuff. I suffer greatly with depression lately, and your videos help me take my mind off my problems. Pure escapism. Thanks, much love. Kisses, James. So this is the sensitive part of the video. I added this question. I've been actually struggling with this question all week. It sucks that you struggle with depression, James, but first off, let me tell you, we all struggle with depression. Every person does. It just depends on how our mindset is, how we handle it. I had depression in the past. I had suicidal thoughts in the past. I think everybody has that. That's just part of life, and sometimes depression just gets to you. My mom committed actually suicide, so that's something I've never talked about in a video or told anybody. And hers was more with health problems, and I think just stuff that happened with her life. So, but it doesn't matter. But I guess what I'm trying to say, and I'm probably gonna make a separate video there, because I had like several people email me like kind of messages like that, and email like that, and they say they find happiness in our videos, and asking for advice, and I try to respond to them, but then a lot of times it gets in too much back and forth, and I don't know if people are being serious sometimes, so it makes it hard for me. So I've been thinking about actually doing a video about suicide, depression, just life in general. Just change the way you think, if that helps. I know it's really hard sometimes, but you know, what really matters? What are you depressed about? You know, a girlfriend, screw 'em. There's like millions of girls out there. Look at me, I'm a fat guy. I'm not the most attractive guy, probably not even the top 20%, but I got a beautiful woman, I got a beautiful daughter. I come from nothing, I come from the trash, low neighborhood, you know. I have money now, I go to the finest places, I do what I want to do. Anything is changeable on this planet. It's all up here in your mind. The depression kind of puts us barriers up there, and you know, when you watch television and things like this, and when I show you all the stuff that's supposed to be there but you don't have it, then you get depressed. So just start setting goals in your life that you can work towards. To doesn't matter if it's getting $100 in your bank account, or you know, even just if you make the goals like, hey, I'm gonna go out tonight and I'm gonna talk to a girl. Just, you know, I used to do that. I'm just gonna talk to a girl and be myself, and no expectation. Doesn't matter if she rejects me, rude to me, whatever. I'm just gonna talk to her. Set like little goals like that for yourself. I'm gonna try to make $10. I'm gonna try to learn something new today. I'm gonna talk to a stranger. You know, go to church, pray to God, start a relationship with God. Maybe just get out of the house, go walk in flower fields or grass or sightseeing. Just do something different, and just change your attitude about life. No matter what's really going on in life, it can be that bad. So, I mean, even when when you believe, like, you know, there's some of us out here, like, you know, my mom had a lot of health problems. So, and I tell my family all the time, it's like, look, if I died from a heart attack tomorrow, don't be sad for me. I mean, it sucks because we're not together anymore, but we're still together right here in heart. Like, if I die tomorrow, God has given me everything I ever wanted. Beautiful wife, beautiful family, challenge in life. I got to experience a lot of stuff. So do the same thing. Think that same way, you know. Focus on all the positive stuff in your life. And whatever the depression is, you know, I mean, like I said, I don't know if you have girl problems, money problems, job problems. None of it is that busy. The world is such a huge place. Literally, if you live in England or in America, you can go to another continent. I've done it. And just start completely over and just start living life again. I don't know what to tell you. So it's like, it's a weird subject, and I don't want to get too deep into it. So, but I might make a separate video where it's going to be like a little bit of a darker video. But it's just sharing some thoughts and feelings. But just remember, anything in this life is possible. You can change anything. And there's nothing that serious that you need to be depressed about. If you're fat, ugly, poor, broke, single, you can change every little thing. And you know what? Just because you're fat doesn't make you ugly. If you think you're ugly, it doesn't make you ugly. Some of the ugliest people are superstars on television, okay? Let's just be honest. It's just all of a matter of perception. And then if somebody is negative in your life, sometimes you just have to cut ties, you know? I had to cut ties with family members that I haven't spoken in years, which deep down makes me sad and depressed sometimes, but it's healthier for my mental status. So, you know, just change it. You can do it. I probably will make a video. So anyway, I don't want to end this on a negative note. So we want to thank you guys again. You guys are awesome. You know, we did this last Sunday for Monday, just to kind of play around. But the response on this was actually really amazing, and we appreciate all the support we're getting from you guys. The channel is growing. Hopefully, we have 15,000 subscribers by the time this comes up. And once we get a little bit healthier, we'll start putting out some more good content. I'm going to share some more comic books. I got a video coming up this week with lobby cards and all kinds of good fun stuff. But, you know, we appreciate you guys. All of you guys, you know, we always say fan into action, but it's really family into action. Because those positive comments you send us, we read them all. And you guys are part of Team Bargain Hunters, which makes you family Team Bargain Hunters. And we just love you all, guys, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe soon.
And there's also going to be a video that I'm going to do.
Yes, hit the record button.